Hello everyone! Today's episode is a little different but super close to my heart. If you've been following my channel, you know that I love exploring the amazing real estate scene and helping you live your best life in Alberta's beautiful mountain towns. But there's something you may not know about me. I was born in Lima, Peru and moved to Canada when I was just 10. And now I'm back visiting friends and family, and I'm excited to share a bit of my home country with you. So we're kicking off a fun 3-part mini-series about Peru, starting with its capital city, Lima. And stick around because I'll take you to some fantastic neighborhoods like Miraflores and Barranco and show you some real estate opportunities that make Lima such a cool place. We'll also dive into Lima's world-class culinary scene and connect it to its thriving real estate market. Plus, I'll take you on a fun cooking class where I'll show you how to make Peru's national dish, ceviche, and whip up a refreshing Pisco Sour. And who knows, there may be a surprise or two along the way. Here's a hint. Think fresh scallops and a boat trip. And let's get started right now. If this is your first time in this channel and you love exploring mountain towns and learning about the best places to live and invest in the heart of Alberta's Rocky Mountains, then be sure to subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications for more amazing content. My name is Peter Mejia, your bilingual realtor for Alberta mountain living. Today, we're mixing it up and bringing you a place that is very important to me. Lima, Peru. Lima is such a mix of the old and new. It's the capital and biggest city of Peru, combining culture, history, and modern vibes all in one place. What makes it even cooler is that it's the only capital in South America right by the ocean, giving you a special coastal feel that's hard to beat. Lima's dramatic and beautiful coastline with its towering cliffs and sweeping ocean views is instantly recognizable and a favorite for photographers and travelers alike. You can really feel the history when you check out spots like Plaza Mayor and the Government Palace, where the Spanish conquistadors first settled. But Lima isn't just about the past. It's a growing metropolis with a skyline that shows off its economic growth and opportunities. Now, you can't talk about Lima without mentioning the food. Peru's culinary scene is world famous, and Lima is home to some of the top restaurants on the planet. From Michelin-star places to traditional cevicherias, Lima's kitchens offer flavors that have put Peru on the global food map. And here is where food and real estate come together. Great food scenes often drive up property values in urban districts. People want to live where the action is. And in Lima, that action is definitely in the kitchens. It's one of the many reasons why districts like Miraflores and Barranco have become hotspots for living, investing, and experiencing the best of the city. And that's also why I'll be showing you how to prepare ceviche, Peru's national dish, a bit later on. With all the new developments and high demand for ocean view properties, Lima has become a hotspot for both locals and international investors. And now, let's check out Miraflores. Welcome to Parque Kennedy, a lively spot right in the heart of Miraflores. This area is considered the downtown of Lima, buzzing with shops, restaurants, entertainment, and a rich history. Miraflores has become a hotspot for new real estate developments, making it an exciting place for both visitors and locals. Parque Kennedy is sometimes called the Central Park of Miraflores. It is a favorite green space where people come to relax and socialize. One of the park's coolest features is actually the friendly cat population. Back in the 1990s, cats were brought in to help with a rat issue. And since, well, they flourished. Now, these furry friends are well cared for by volunteers and are a beloved part of this park's charm. If you're an animal lover, You can even adopt one of these cats. Just make sure you check the signs before taking one of them home. Now, just a short walk from the park will take you to the lively Calle de las Pizzas, or Pizza Street. Now, this is a fun pedestrian alley filled with restaurants, bars, and clubs, making it a go-to for nightlife. Despite its name, you'll find much more than just pizza here. You'll see a variety of cuisines reflecting Lima's diverse food scene. It's definitely worth checking out if you want to soak up the lively vibe of Miraflores. Now, Miraflores is not just about culture and fun. It's also booming in terms of real estate. Over the past few years, the area has seen significant growth, with many new buildings popping up and a hot property market. As of 2025, there are 177 properties listed for sale right here in Miraflores, from modern apartments to luxury homes. And there's a big demand for new constructions, especially ones with ocean views. And it's easy to see why. Miraflores offers stunning landscapes, great amenities like shopping centers, restaurants, cultural attractions, and a vibrant lifestyle, attracting both locals and international buyers. With a rich history dating way back to the 16th century, Miraflores blends its past with modern life beautifully. The area around Parque Kennedy frequently hosts art exhibitions, live music, and cultural events, giving you a taste of the lively local scene. Parque Kennedy and surrounding areas encapsulate the dynamic spirit of Miraflores, a district where history, culture, and modern development come together. So whether you're hanging out with the park's playful cats, exploring the tasty options on Calle de las Pizzas, or looking into real estate opportunities, Miraflores has a little something for everyone. Its energetic nightlife, beautiful coastline, and flourishing property market make it a captivating place for anyone who visits. All right, today we're shaking things up and diving into something super exciting: Peru's amazing food and drink. Did you know Peru is world famous for its incredible cuisine? Lima, the capital city, is actually home to some of the best restaurants in the world. Now, we're about to take a fun cooking class where we'll whip up two of Peru's most iconic treats: ceviche and Pisco Sour. We'll start with ceviche, Peru's national dish, made with fresh raw fish marinated in lime juice. The cool part, it's actually cooked without heat, just lime juice. It's fresh, zesty, and absolutely delicious. Then there is the Pisco Sour, Peru's go-to cocktail. It's made with pisco, a liquor distilled from grapes. Unlike wine, where grapes are fermented, pisco is distilled, giving it a unique flavor and making it really strong. The drink is sweet, tangy, and frothy, a total crowd pleaser. What's really cool about Peruvian food is that it's a fusion of cultures. Over the years, influences from Spain, Japan, China, and Africa have blended together to create dishes that are truly one of a kind. Oh, and fun fact, Peru has around 3,000 types of potatoes. That's more than anywhere else in the world. So get ready to dive into the amazing world of Peruvian cuisine with me. We're gonna have a blast learning how to make ceviche and pisco sours together. So let's jump in and get cooking. All right, and we are now here with Dora. She's not the explorer today, she's Chef Dora. Chef Dora, thank you very much. ¿Hablas inglés?
No.
No problem, I'm going to translate. Okay. So, what do we have here? What ingredients? ¿Qué ingredientes tenemos aquí?
Para el ceviche tenemos pescado.
Okay, so we have this fish over here. I don't know if you can see, I'm going to bring it closer. This is just a white fish, so it can work with any white fish that you have there. This one is called toyo, or you can also make corvina in Spanish. ¿Qué más tenemos?
Tenemos limón.
Tenemos limón. So here we have some nice limes and ají.
Limón.
A nice little ají. And of course, everybody knows what this is. Exactly. Jengibre. Some ginger. All right.
Tenemos apio.
We have some celery, apio. It's actually beginning to be an English and Spanish course, not just cooking. All right.
Tenemos cebolla,
And we have some red onion.
onion, es camote.
And we have some sweet potato. Peru, as I was just saying, it's got 3,000 different types of potato. So this is just one of them.
Y
Maybe the other
tenemos,
ones are
lo
in the
más
back.
importante, tenemos el choclo.
And this is corn, which we call choclo. Now, I don't know if you can see, but the kernels are actually really, really big. That's pretty cool. Okay, Dora, ¿qué hacemos?
Entonces primero tenemos que agarrar, para aquí,
Perfecto.
cortar el fish.
Excellent. We're going to cut up the fish.
Sí, so,
Okay, en cuadraditos.
no, as en diagonal.
Okay, así.
Sí, y de ahí para abajo.
All
Sí,
right, so we're going to
meter.
cut it, and then we're going to be slicing it sideways. Así?
Sí.
Excellent. Perfect. And we're going to do that to all of them. A todos. Perfecto. Excellent.
Lo vamos a colocar aquí.
Okay, sideways. And then we're going to put it in the bowl.
Está bien.
Perfect. This one's a little too big. I'm going to cut it up more. No importa que sea muy grande, ¿verdad?
No.
Okay,
Tiene que
excellent.
ser así como de 1 centímetro más o menos.
Good tip. She's saying that the
Centímetros.
pieces should be about a centimeter thick. ¿Tenemos una toallita o algo?
Sí.
Está perfecto. Muchas gracias.
El ají es opcional. Ceviche en Perú, muy picante.
So the ceviche can be made spicy or not spicy. We're going to have it just a little bit spicy today. So we're going to take the ají and we're cutting it up. Y supongo de que las semillas es lo que lo hace
Más
picante.
picante.
So just like I was guessing, it is the seeds that make it spicy. So we're going to be doing it without some seed. ¿Entendió?
Sí.
Ah, ve, ya tú sabes, ya tú sabes. Excelente.
Y se pica así.
Y no lo agarras con la mano por eso mismo, que pica.
Porque pica. Pero yo sí.
Very
lo agarro.
smart. She's actually cutting it up using a fork, so she doesn't have to touch with her fingers, because then you can just touch your face, touch your eyes, and then you got a hot sauce. So, good tip. Use a fork and cut like so. Excellent.
Ok.
Why not?
Y vamos a echarle sal.
And a little bit of salt.
Sí.
Excellent.
Sí. Ya vamos a echar sazonador.
¿Qué sazonador es?
Un sazonador que usamos aquí a base de caña.
Okay. So we put in some salt. ¿Qué más hay ahí?
Pimienta.
Pepper.
Un poco.
A little bit. And then we're going to mix it up.
Ok.
So here we have some fish, we have some salt, and we have some pepper. There we go, and we're mixing it up just like so.
Y es el apio.
And now we're going to be cutting up the celery,
Muy finito.
very fine, as she says.
Sí, es muy poco, no es mucho.
Okay. She says that just
Si
a little
no-
bit is enough, not a lot.
Nos va a parecer una ensalada.
Perfect.
No ensalada.
Okay, so she's chopping it
Sí.
up quite fine, almost as if you would chop up garlic. So really, really fine. Really, really fine. Let me show it actually a little bit of how this is. So see how fine that is? You can't even see it. There we go. So that's a little bit of celery.
Y el jengibre para que dé más picor y también aroma.
And the ginger, she says, will give it a nice aroma. And ginger is very healthy, so can't go wrong there. Excellent. And again, chop it really, really fine.
Sí, muy finito.
The finer, the better. Perfecto. Le doy, lo mezclo.
Muévalo. Sí.
Excellent.
El limón lo vamos a exprimir porque
All
el
right.
limón es lo que lo va a cocinar el ceviche. El
Perfect. So now we're going to be adding the lime juice. And like I was saying, it's no heat needed, but the acidity of the lime juice is actually going to be cooking the fish. ¿Puedo intentar uno?
Sí, por supuesto.
Vamos a ver, vamos. There we go.
El limón es de acuerdo a la cantidad del pescado.
Perfect.
Como tenemos como para una porción, entonces
Perfect. So the number of limes depends on how much fish you are making. We are making a single portion of fish, so that would be ¿cuántos limones?
varía mucho porque depende también de la cantidad del jugo que tenga el limón, pero más o menos es como sería una taza o algo así.
Okay, octavo de taza sería, so pretty much an eighth of a cup of lime juice, but she says it is depending on how much lime juice each lime has, but for a single portion, you want to use an eighth cup of lime juice. So she's mixing it up right now. ¿Corto otro limón?
Sí.
Okay, vamos, we're gonna cut up another one, and here we go. Oh, other way. Ahora sí.
¿Listo?
¿Está bien? ¿Estamos bien?
Sí. Sí.
Perfecto. All right, so this is what we got so far. We got some nice the fish, we got the lime juice in there. Don't want to drop any. It's already smelling really nice. ¿Y cuánto tiempo toma para que?
Dependiendo del pescado, este siquiera estar unos 5 minutos.
Okay. So I was asking her, how long does it take for the acidity of the lime to cook the fish? And she says that in this case, it would be about 5 minutes. So I guess we're just gonna wait.
Un poco de sal.
A little more salt.
Sí, porque siempre tenemos que estar viendo.
And the lime, I didn't know this, will actually reduce the salt flavor. So that's good to know. Perfect. ¿Y le limón o?
No, está bien, ya no más.
No more lime, she said. That's enough. So now I'm going to be tasting the lime juice. So just to see what she meant about the salt. ¡Qué rico!
Si quiere más pizza.
Oh my goodness.
Ahí.
Delicioso.
Okay.
Delicioso, delicioso.
Esto vamos a dejarlo.
Yeah.
Y
We'll
vas
leave
a
that
hacer
to rest.
la cebolla.
And now we're going to make the onion.
¿Ya?
Perfecto. Okay?
Voy a
We're going to clean up our station and be back. All right. So here we have the choclo or corn and the sweet potato. So while we were cleaning up, this is going on in the background. All right. So now we are getting ready to plate our creation. So let me get a little bit closer. Right over here, we have the corn that was boiling, the sweet potato, a nice lettuce. And in the meantime, we already washed the onion. So what we did is we ran it under water just so that it's not so kind of strong. Yeah, and that's pretty much all we did. A little trick that she showed me is actually if you wash it with water, but also add some ice, it will actually stay crunchy. So that's a little tip for you to know. All right, ¿qué hacemos ahora? Perfecto. Excelente. Y aún hay un poquito, voy a agregárselo también. Ahí está, para que todo. There we go. So now we've added the red onion to our ceviche creation that has been marinated for a little over 5 minutes.
Ya.
Excelente.
Ahora ya está listo para servirlo y probarlo.
And it's ready. So let's plate it. That smells so good. It's warming up the appetite right now.
Listo.
Perfect. Let's get you a close-up. All right, and now my favorite part, to try our beautiful creation of ceviche. Now, a good friend of mine told me that it's actually better to have it with a spoon because you can pick up that nice leche de tigre, which is the remaining lime juice. My mouth is watering already. Spectacular. Spectacular. You guys really have to try this at home. And of course, the sweet potato. Now that's sweet. I'm gonna continue working on this, but we still got a nice Pisco Sour demonstration. So we're gonna check out next. All right, now that was just super delicious. You would think I'm done because there's nothing left in the plate, but not yet. The leftover lime that is in the plate is called leche de tigre, which literally translates into tiger's milk. What do? We lift it up and we drink it. Now I'm done. All right, and now I have the pleasure to be with bartender Juan. Mucho gusto, Juan. How are you doing?
Bienvenido, hermano.
Excellent.
Welcome.
Excellent. So now Juan is going to be teaching us how to make the famous Pisco Sour. Juan, how do we do it?
Bueno, ante todo, el pisco, ¿no? El elemento principal.
Nice. So Pisco, the main ingredient, of course,
Ajá.
right over here.
Que es el azúcar. El
Okay.
líquido.
So
Sugar.
then we have a simple syrup, which is made with just sugar and water. So it's called simple syrup, and here we call it jarabe de goma.
Eso es. Después tenemos nuestro limón peruano.
And now we're squeezing some lime into the drink,
Que le
into the
da
glass.
el ácido perfecto.
That's going to give it a nice acidic touch.
Ajá. Y por último tenemos el huevo.
And the surprise ingredient, maybe not a surprise, we have some eggs.
El huevo que es para darle puramente la clara. No
So
todos.
we're going to
Ajá.
be using the egg white to give it that froth at the end.
Perfecto.
Excellent.
Y lo vamos a hacer en la coctelera.
And we're gonna make it in the cocktail glass.
Ajá.
Excellent, let's do it.
La coctelera y la oncera para tener la medida precisa, ¿no?
Perfect.
Ajá.
We got our measuring, our glass, perfect. ¿Qué le hago
Esto lo
primero?
Vamos a preparar.
All right, so first,
Le vamos a dar primero dos. Ante todo, vamos a echarle hielo.
okay,
a la
so we're gonna
coctelera.
get
Ajá.
ice in there first.
Como para enfriarla.
So we're gonna put a little bit of ice in the shaker. All right, so perfect. We have some nice ice.
Le
Y,
vamos a echar 3 onzas de pisco.
and 3 ounces of pisco.
Ahí es, estas son dos.
And this
Serían
is
dos
2 ounces.
Una de esas.
Perfect. Right
Y
in
una
there,
de
and
las-
one from the
Ah,
top.
perfecto.
Excellent. Brings me back to my bartender days.
Ahí estamos.
There we go.
Ahora le vamos a echar una onza de
Perfect. And we're gonna do 1 ounce of the simple syrup. 1 ounce right over here.
para darle el dulzor.
There we go.
Perfecto. Ahora una onza de limón.
And 1 ounce of lime. There we go.
Y por último, el huevo.
And the last but not least, we're gonna have the egg.
Ahora vamos a echar acá.
Perfect. Excellent. The egg white. And the egg white from just 1 egg. Okay, perfect.
Solamente una onza.
Just 1 egg.
Y ahora lo tapamos.
All right, now we're gonna shake it up. Really back to my bartender days. There we go.
Ahora sacamos la copita friada.
So we take a chilled glass y solo lo sirvo.
Espérate, servimos con el colador.
Oh, okay. So now we take the chilled glass and now we're gonna pour it in with the strainer because why not? There we go. Look at that.
Perfecto, perfecto, ya.
Nice, nice.
Y ahora por último le echamos de decoración el amargo de angostura, el bitter.
Okay, so then we put some Angostura bitters just for show, 2 drops.
Ay, sí, mira, sí.
Let's see. 1 and 2. There we go.
Perfecto.
And a third one for good luck.
Y ya tenemos pisco sour peruano.
And there we go. That is the Peruvian Pisco Sour. Thank you very much for your help in making this. And let's give it a little bit of a taste test.
Prueba tu
Cheers.
creación.
Amazing. Cheers. Let's keep checking out the rest of Lima. Welcome to one of the most romantic spots in all of Lima, Peru, Parque del Amor, or as it's called in English, the Park of Love. This beautiful park sits right along the Miraflores coastline and it's super popular with both locals and visitors. Once you take a walk here, you'll totally understand why. Let's check out what makes this place so special. First up, it's the park's main attraction, El Beso, or the Kiss, right there. It is a huge sculpture created by the famous Peruvian artist named Victor Delfin, which shows 2 people sharing a big, loving kiss. It's not just art, it's a symbol of love for the whole city. Next up, let's talk about the location. Parque del Amor sits right on the cliffs of Miraflores, giving you an absolutely amazing views to the Pacific Ocean. If you visit in sunset, you're in for a real treat. It's one of the most beautiful sights in the city. The park is part of the Malecón, which is a 6-mile stretch of parks and pathways along the coastline. Whether you're here just to chill or to take in a nice walk, the views are perfect for snapping pictures to share with friends. Now, something really special about this park is the mosaic walls. These colorful tiled walls curve around the park and are covered with quotes about love and romance. Some are from famous poets, others are anonymous, but they're all beautiful. It's kind of like walking through an open-air art gallery all about love. Have you been to Parque del Amor before? If so, what's your favorite quote? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to know what it is. And Parque del Amor isn't just for visitors. It's a popular hangout spot for locals too. You'll see people walking their dogs, grabbing a churro from a local street vendor, or just sitting on a bench enjoying the ocean breeze. It's the kind of place that makes you feel like you're connected to the local culture. An awesome spot to relax, enjoy the view, and soak in the peaceful vibes. So whether you're here with a special someone or just exploring on your own, Parque del Amor is a must-see spot in Lima. The art, the views, and the friendly atmosphere make it a place you'll always remember. If you're planning a trip to Lima, Peru, put this in your list. Right now we are in Miraflores. I'm about to enjoy this beautiful breakfast, but I wanted to share with you this beautiful view that we have right here of Miraflores. You can see the coastline and the beach all along. It's just absolutely beautiful. You can even see some buildings being built right behind me. The one with the blue, that's being built right there. So yes, it's going to be a beautiful day, and what a better way to start it than with a beautiful breakfast. So it's got some nice fruit in here, which I love, some vegetables, some queso fresco, which is a nice cheese, scrambled eggs and some ham. And of course, you can start off the day with a nice hot cup of coffee. Cheers. Now let's step back in time and explore the heart of Lima, the historic city center, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is where Lima's story began, and walking through these streets, you can really feel the history all around you. The Plaza Mayor, or the Plaza de Armas, is basically the birthplace of the city, founded by the Spanish conquistador Francisco Pizarro way back in 1535. Over the years, this square has seen tons of political and cultural changes, making it one of Peru's most important historical spots. Surrounding the plaza are some of Lima's most important landmarks. The Cathedral of Lima, built in the 16th century, has been rebuilt several times due to earthquakes, but it still looks stunning as a great example of Spanish colonial architecture. You'll also find the government palace here where Peru's president works, looking out over the plaza. In terms of real estate, the historic center has a mix of colonial homes that have been preserved to some newer renovations. While it is more commercial area, many see the potential in restoring these buildings into boutique hotels, offices, or restaurants. The government is even involved in restoration projects to keep the charm while making updates to the infrastructure. If you want a property with some historic character, this is definitely the place to check out. But it's not all about history. The center of Lima is buzzing with culture. You'll spot lively street performances, traditional Peruvian crafts, and some of the best local food in cozy courtyards and hidden restaurants. It's where the past and present come together in an amazing way. And speaking of food, Lima's historic center is home to some of the most traditional restaurants in the city. So whether you're craving a classic lomo saltado or a plate of ají de gallina, the flavors here are deeply tied to Peru's culinary roots. Overall, Lima's historic center is a must-see for anyone visiting Peru. Whether you're drawn to it by the history, the stunning architecture, or the delicious food, there is something truly unique about this part of the city. And here we are in Barranco, Lima's bohemian and artistic district. This place is all about colorful streets, lively nightlife, and a rich cultural scene. Barranco has been a hotspot for artists, musicians, and writers for ages, and you can totally feel that creative vibe in the air as you walk around. One of the most iconic spots in Barranco is Puente de los Suspiros, or the Bridge of Sighs. Built back in 1876, this charming wooden bridge connects two parts of the district and has become a symbol of romance and inspiration. There's even this fun legend that if you hold your breath while crossing the bridge for the first time, your wish will come true. Whether or not that's true, it's definitely clear that the bridge has inspired tons of poets, musicians, and couples over the years. The charm of Barranco comes from how it mixes history with a creative twist. Many colonial mansions, some dating back to the 19th century have been turned into art galleries, boutique hotels, and fancy homes. The real estate here is booming, with lots of these beautifully restored properties in high demand from investors and people looking for a unique place to live. With stunning ocean views, historic character, and a lively cultural vibe, Barranco offers something special for anyone looking to buy a home. In the past decade, Barranco has also seen a lot of new residential developments popping up. This growth has mixed the old and new architecture with shiny, modern condos standing right next to restored colonial buildings. While this has brought fresh investment and energy to the area, it's also raised discussions about gentrification and the need to keep Barranco's unique cultural heritage intact. So, if you're thinking about investing in Lima's real estate market, Barranco is definitely worth checking out. With ongoing development and its reputation as a cultural hotspot, it's looking good for potential growth. Whether you want a place to live or an investment property, Barranco has a lot to offer. And of course, we cannot leave Barranco without trying some of the amazing food. This district, it's famous for its tasty street food and classic Peruvian flavors. I'm off to try anticuchos, a popular Peruvian dish made with grilled beef heart. And stick around and I'll tell you all about it while I dig in. All right, and here it is, anticuchos. If you've never had these before, let me tell you, it's a must-try dish in Peru. These skewers of marinated beef heart are grilled over an open flame, giving them an awesome smoky flavor. Anticuchos have been a part of Peruvian culture since the time of the Spanish colonization. Back then, the slaves were given less desirable cuts of meat, and they made something truly delicious out of them. Today, they're a national favorite, and you can find them everywhere from fine dining restaurants to street carts. So let's give it a try right now. Here we have some hot sauce, ají. This one is spicier than this one. So yeah, let's dig in and try one of these anticuchos. Cut it into a smaller piece. There we go. Cheers. Mwah. The marinade is what makes these so good. It's got garlic, vinegar, cumin, and of course, the Peruvian ají peppers, which gives it a nice kick of spice and acidity. So, if you ever visit Peru, you absolutely have to try this. All right, let's try it now with some of the very hot sauce. There we go. Oh my goodness, so good. So good. I'll try it now with this one. Amazing. Mwah. All right, remember what I told you about making that wish? Holding your breath? I got my wish right over here. Let me say it again. All right, there we go. That's mine. And if you come to Puente de los Suspiros and you make a wish, let me know in the comments. Now, one of my favorite things in Lima and the time of the sunset is to come right by the beach, right over here in Lima. The scenery is dramatic from the top of the cliffs, but In my opinion, nothing beats being right next to the ocean, the Pacific Ocean right over here. And it's just absolutely beautiful. You can do so from many beaches. There's one, this one right here is in Barranco. There is one in Miraflores. You can even watch the sunset from Larcoma, and that's a little shopping area right in front of the Marriott Hotel. That's a great place to check out also. So yes, definitely make sure you come watch the sunset right here in one of the many beaches around Lima. How do I feel to be back in Peru? I am absolutely grateful for the opportunity to visit here again, to be welcomed by family and friends and feel like I never even left. That it's been magical. I have loved the opportunity to reconnect with the people, reconnect with the food, tons of food pics, and feeling the energy, being here, living in the present, embracing the present, and truly being here is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Hard to put into words. I'm loving every single day, and I'm looking forward into what's to come. I've opened up a lot about me. I hope you like everything that we've been doing in Lima, and I hope you're enjoying the journey that you are accompanying me through here in Peru. So, woohoo! I love this beach. You can really feel the smell, feel the energy, and feel the water sometimes, because it does get pretty close. I was sitting right there before and it got a little bit wet, so I came a little bit higher. But absolutely loving it. Thank you for coming with me on this amazing journey through Peru. There are 2 more episodes after this one in this Peru mini-series that I hope you check out all the way through. And it's got some surprises, so I love surprises. And right here is where we are finishing today, watching the sunset that's hiding right behind that cloud over there, but it'll come out shortly. And absolutely love being in one of the many beaches right here in Lima. And some of the waves actually do come pretty close. Let's see this one. Maybe the next one. Okay, let's see the next one. Woo! Not bad.
Sí, yo lo invito porque él no come tanto.
Muchas gracias. All right, we're going to be trying some picarones. Muy ricos, ¿verdad? Vamos a ver. Delicioso. Qué talento. Muchas gracias. Cheers. ¿Tiene más miel?
Sí, claro.
Ahí estamos. Perfecto. Ahora sí. That's the stuff. There's a really sweet, beautiful dessert. As you saw, very, very fresh, hot. And here we are in one of the most upscale neighborhoods in Lima, San Isidro. This district, it's known as the financial hub of the city, where business vibes meet luxury living. But it's not just about tall buildings and corporate offices. San Isidro really shines when it comes to the quality of life. You'll find beautiful parks, cultural spots, and some of the absolute best dining options in the city. San Isidro hosts some of Lima's most prestigious addresses. This is where you'll find embassies, private clubs, and luxury residences that attract diplomats, executives, and investors. The real estate here is strong, featuring a mix of high-rise condos, modern apartments, and gorgeous historic mansions that have been restored. Properties in San Isidro usually hold their value very well because it's known for being safe, accessible, and full of amenities. One of the most beautiful spots in San Isidro is Parque El Olivar. This historic olive grove goes all the way back to the 16th century, and it's a fantastic escape from the city's craziness. You'll spot people jogging, reading, or just soaking up in the fresh air. It really shows off how San Isidro balances city life with nature. And let's not forget about the food. San Isidro is home to some of the best restaurants in Lima. If you're looking for a world-class dining experience, this is the place to be. From amazing seafood to a variety of international dishes, food lovers will be in heaven here. Overall, San Isidro truly has it all. Business, luxury, green spaces, and a lively food scene. Whether you're looking to invest or just want to enjoy Lima's high-end vibe, this district, it's where it's at. And now, let's talk about real estate in Lima. Districts like Miraflores, Barranco, and San Isidro are really leading the way right now, with new developments that range from fancy apartments to more affordable options. So whether you're thinking of investing or ready to make a move, Lima has something for everyone. And when it comes to real estate, location is everything. Properties that are close to amenities, have ocean views, and offer easy access to cultural hotspots are super popular. If you're considering an investment in Lima, I'll be happy to connect you with trusted local resources who can help you navigate the process. While my main focus is helping people find their dream home in Alberta's beautiful Rocky Mountains, I'm also here to help with opportunities in Peru. Now that we've explored the vibrant district of Lima, it's time for something completely different. We're heading south of Lima, driving along the coast to check out some of Peru's incredible beaches, Punta Hermosa, El Silencio, and San Bartolo. We'll also be making a stop at a concert in Punta Hermosa to catch a local band, Nova Lima, in action. But the real adventure, we're traveling south to Paracas National Reserve. We'll all spend the night with family that farms scallops. From pristine beaches to fresh seafood straight from the source, this next part of the journey is one you won't want to miss. And let's go right now. Welcome to Paracas National Reserve, one of the many breathtaking spots in Peru. This place, where the desert meets the Pacific Ocean, is famous for its jaw-dropping landscapes, amazing marine life, and cool history. If this is your first time here, get ready for some seriously incredible views. Paracas National Reserve is huge, covering more than 3,350 square kilometers. And it's one of the most diverse coastal areas in Peru when it comes to wildlife. It was created to protect the marine ecosystem and all the different species that live here. It is also one of the driest places on Earth, getting almost no rain throughout the year. But don't be fooled by the dry appearance. The reserve is packed with life, from migratory birds to vibrant marine ecosystems. And don't forget, Paracas isn't just about the wildlife, it's also a big deal for scallop farming. I'll be staying with a local family that farms scallops right in the bay. Let's go see what it's all about. Scallop farming is a big part of the local economy right here in Paracas. Thanks to its nutrient-rich waters, this place is perfect for growing these tasty shellfish. I'm here to learn how it all works, and of course, to try some of the freshest scallops you can imagine. The process kicks off with cages that go underwater so the scallops can grow naturally. After a few months, they're harvested, cleaned up, and sent off to markets all over Peru and beyond.
Ah, ya, la pelada. Ahí está, mire.
Ok.
Este se levanta. Le soba la cuchara por el lado de abajo.
Por el lado de abajo.
Ajá. De ahí con la misma cuchara, con tu mismo dedo, presionas la cuchara y jalas más despacito.
Ya.
Igualito el de acá, lo sobas, aquí partes, y jalas y ya está.
Ah, perfecto.
And here it is, the best part, freshly cooked scallops straight from the ocean. We've got a seafood paella and some scallops topped with melted Parmesan cheese. Looks so good. These scallops taste incredibly sweet, with just the right amount of saltiness from the sea. There's nothing like digging into seafood this fresh. One of the most magical moments in Paracas is watching dolphins swim right along the shore. These smart creatures thrived in the nutrient-rich waters of the reserve, often playing in the waves or following fishing boats. Spotting them from my campsite is a stunning reminder of how vibrant this seemingly dry and rugged landscape can really be. Paracas is also a bird watcher's paradise. Hundreds of seabirds flock to these shores, drawn by the rich waters of the Pacific. From pelicans to cormorants and terns, the sheer number of birds is unbelievable. And watching them all take flight together is an unforgettable sight. We're taking a boat ride to some stunning spots along the Paracas coast. From ancient geoglyphs on the desert hillsides to wildlife-filled islands, this boat trip is a mix of history, mystery, and nature. The Candelabro de Paracas is one of Peru's great mysteries. It is a massive geoglyph carved into the desert hillside. No one really knows who made it or why, but it's an impressive site stretching over 180 meters. Some think it may have been used for navigation, while others link it to the Nazca lines or even aliens. Regardless, it's definitely worth seeing. Not far from the Candelabro is Isla Blanca, a smaller version of the nearby Ballestas Islands, often nicknamed the Poor Man's Galapagos. These rocky islands are filled with seabirds, sea lions, and sometimes even penguins. If you're lucky, you might spot dolphins swimming alongside your boat. Visiting these islands is an unforgettable adventure. You'll hear sea lions calling out from the rocks, watch birds flying all around, and get close to some of the coolest wildlife in Peru. If you love nature, you definitely need to check this out. Spending the night here in Paracas has been an amazing experience. A massive thank you to the beautiful family that hosted me. From exploring the beautiful and vast desert landscapes to learning about scallop farming, this place brings you back to nature and makes you feel out of this world. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Lima. This mini-series isn't just about showing you Peru. It's about sharing a part of my story with you. Peru is where I was born. And even though I've spent most of my life in Canada, this place will always be a part of who I am. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss out on more amazing content. And remember, whether it's in Alberta's Bow Valley or beyond, I'm here to help you with all your real estate needs. Comment below with any questions or topics you'd like to see me cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep living that mountain life.